Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. But just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Chicago Bears. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. On the return is Jones from the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. On play action, it's Murray. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. First down, Arizona. Now the veteran workhorse. Here's James Conner. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Now Murray. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be fourth down. They're going for it. It's Murray. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the fourth down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. Play fake. Murray. Delivers on the crosser to McBride. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And
he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Tip Lyman from 13 yards out. And the Cardinals are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. Brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready to run.
To throw, Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Williams. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
For the Chicago Bears.
To the air, Williams. Finding Moore on the out route for the completion. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Williams going to look to throw again. Goes with the out route and completes it to Swift. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Swift is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2, they convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. That is caught. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. To throw is Murray. Flushed out right. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Murray now. Screen pass to Connor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
To throw, it's Murray. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals have regained the lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about trying. There he goes, left side. DJ Moore, touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 78 yards. And the Bears strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for two.
The Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
Williams going to throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with two PATs. They got the two-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Arizona. 44 yards.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
Throwing now is Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Montez Sweat. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Murray fighting, lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with...
And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Chicago. 49 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34. Working out of the gun, Williams. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at him. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears have taken the lead. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the two-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculated, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Murray going to throw. Open man here is Benson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10. Now Murray. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Going up top. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing is Williams. That's caught left side, Burden. And the Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw, it's Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Looking to throw is Williams. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
Bears, first down. First and 10
to throw, Williams. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Will Johnson there on the cover.
To the air once more, Williams. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Roma Dunze from 8 yards out. And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown here, Santos, to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Murray now to throw. This is taken in by McBride. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
To throw from his end zone, Williams. A pass complete to Odunze. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
He'll fire deep, looking for more. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the running a little more.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Rome Odunze. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Now Greg Dortch going to bring it out of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
And Connor going to pick up a Cardinals first down as he'll get this up to the 32.
From the gun, Murray. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And they get him down, but now Ford takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Murray. Caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more there and another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Murray now. He's got this downfield to McBride. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good pickup there at 22. They fake the handoff. Now Murray steps away. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw, it's Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Rolling to his right. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Chicago Bears. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To the air, Williams. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 38.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing again here, Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line.
That's good for another Chicago Bears.
Back to throw again. Pass caught by Burden. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Luther Burden, a 24-yard touchdown. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Santos with the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And the Cardinals first down.
Now Murray off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will score a pick 6. For a Bears touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
First down 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat, his 2nd sack of the night. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Throwing is Williams.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance will pad their stats a bit, but as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And this offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Luther Burden, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bears are moving closer to a day now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Murray going to fire one out wide. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bears' 36-yard line.
Murray going to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr., 36 yards. And the Cardinals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole as they'll remain down by a bundle. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away.
To kick off for Arizona.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And he rips that one incomplete there. Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And this is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now Murray. This game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent... And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's got it reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They knew this would be tough. On the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before they close out the ballgame.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
On first and 10 is Connor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Again, a run with Connor. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On third down, here's Benson.
And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight